Well, welcome back once again, Blade fans. And once again, I got something new and interesting for you. Released just recently by Bestech and falling into their budget line of knives is the Operator. And I find this knife to be outstanding and a great attempt by Bestech to kind of hit a tactical market. EDC as well, but a tactical-oriented market in the budget line. I'll see if I can get you a price. There definitely will be a link to White Mountain Knives, where this came from, when you see this, so you'll be able to use the 10% discount from Old Sword. Anyway, let's move on. What do we have but a heavyweight, and not so much in weight, we'll find out in a moment, as in construction. We got a 4mm blade stock here, I believe. G10 handles, hefty liner, and very smooth action. And look at the size of that opening hole. I checked something out the other day. I can actually get my pinky up to the first knuckle through that hole. So you've got lots of options for opening this knife. You can roll it open very easily. You can give it a good flick with your thumb. Yes, you can even middle finger flick it, but just try to catch the edge of it, because it tries to swallow up your finger. It just takes a little bit of technique. Every knife requires some breaking in of the owner, let alone of the knife. This is on bearings and runs extremely smoothly, has a great action. Look at that. Deep carry clip, yes, but only on one side, so it's right side tip up carry. Flipper works quite well. And I love the ergos on this knife. Got some nice jimping there, and you got an initial thumb ramp, and you also have a choke up thumb ramp. No finger choil, but lots of room for your thumb. And we'll get into the specs. Let's do that first. Anyway, I was quite impressed by this knife. Wasn't sure what I'd be getting, but it is definitely a knife to be reckoned with, particularly since there are other knives coming out there now in D2, and they're sort of okay, not too exciting, but I'm just going to give you a price on this guy, and I will, as I say, give you a link. So we're talking $65, White Mountain Knives, and it comes in a variety of colors. Look at that, orange and all blacked out. Got the orange with the flat black like this one in OD green. We got this OD green one. We've got an all blacked out one, and we've got a black with two-tone. So for $65, and take $6.50 off for your 10% off if you're using my discount, we got an amazing knife. Very solid, very usable. EDC all day long. Is kind of an oxymoron there. All right. Let's take some measurements. And tip to tail, we're coming in at 8 inches. Blade length 3.5 inches, cutting edge a little under 3.5 inches, call it like a 3.4. We have a blade stock of, pretty sure it's going to be 4mm. Yeah, 4.1. Nice thick blade stock. And we got a handle thickness of 0.60. So it's kind of wide across the beam there. And let's get a weight on this guy because I'm not really sure. Gonna get my scale to zero out. Might be a little bit uneven. Okay. So we're getting 5.62 ounces. So it's not a lightweight, but it's not a pocket sinker either, especially with deep carry. Is there weight relieving? I believe there is. Let's shine a little light in there. Yeah, we've got a couple holes, and we've got 4 holes on the show side, and we've got some little holes. I don't know if you can see it or not. Some little holes up there near the top. There they are. So yes, there's weight relieving, but yes, it's still well over 5 ounces. Some comparisons. I find this interesting. I'm a big fan of the Yojimbo, the original Yojimbo, but I feel that you have a lot of the same characteristics here. You've got a double thumb ramp on the operator, and you've got a single thumb ramp on the Yojimbo. They work very much the same way. You got a lot more handle on the operator. You got a bigger hole, and you have a different kind of Wharnecliff design. So almost trending towards sheep's foot if that was rounded off there. But I find the comparison to be interesting here. And another, of course, you got a compression lock on the Yojimbo, a little different. You got a liner lock on the operator. Here's another large knife that came in recently from Kaiser that there's a review out there on. And this is the Roach. I'm kind of glad they do put the names on the blades because I forget. These are similarly sized knives, the Roach being a little longer in the handle. It's got a big old handle, kind of a pistol grip kind of handle, but they're both very tall blades. And the blades, I would say they're identical. They're both 3.5-inch blades. But this is another nice knife to consider. But I'm really liking the operator simply because of its basic function and serving both utilitarian use as well as tactical, defensive, very similar to the Yojimbo, only a little bigger. Do have a lanyard hole. We have a steel backspacer, and that's probably adding to the weight. And I think that was done intentionally to give you a solid feeling, robust knife. Good thickness on the liners. That's helping to contribute to the weight, but also to the strength of the lockup. It is D2. You may or may not get excited over that, but D2 is still a good steel, particularly when it's well hardened. I do like the two-tone as opposed to the solid black. It just really shows off that flat grind, and they put a hell of an edge on this. The tip got a good amount of meat. It's certainly thicker than the Yojimbo. There you go. Nice stonewash on the black areas. There's your Bestech pivot. Sculpted handle. And too bad the clip doesn't slide over to the left side, but can't always get that. And speaking of the clip, let's see how they handled that. We do have, unfortunately, the button head, mushroom head kind of screws sticking up. But we have a recessed pocket clip that's milled into the G10. So 50-50 there. I've had it in and out of the pocket. The round heads don't really hang up too much, but you may not like that. You may like flat heads. Maybe you could replace them with flat heads. Not really sure. At any rate, that is the new knife from Bestech in the budget range of $65, less discounts. Let me know what you think of this, and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and throw a comment or two back at this, and let me know what you think. This Old Sword, signing out. Catch you soon.